Menu narration option is set to off. Subtitle accessibility option to toggle menu narration. Audio is only available when connected to the servers.
Venue, Tiger Stadium, Baton Rouge. What a matchup we have today. Momentum has been building each and every week, and now these two undefeated teams will square off. It's the Tennessee Volunteers and the LSU Tigers. Reese Davis, David Powell again, Jesse Palmer with you. Let's say hello to our friend Holly Rowe on the sideline.
Guys, the Tigers head coach told me pregame he understands the importance of this game as a separator in the conference standings. With both teams undefeated, some games under their belt, this will be a great test for his team to see if they are on track to make it to the conference championship. He wants their total focus, their total composure, and their total attention today in this crucial conference matchup. Guys?
Holly, thank you. This ought to be a tremendous matchup. Volunteers will kick off first, and here we go. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. The LSU Tigers offense will have the football first. They'll be matched up against one of the best secondaries in the country.
Well, I know there are a lot of schools every year that try to make the claim that they are DBU, but when you look at this team and this defense, David, each and every year, the talent is just outrageous, and this might be the actual DBU. Guys that can run, they've got length, man coverage zone, whatever you want, these guys have.
Yeah, it's really nice to coach, be a defensive coordinator, be a secondary coach when you got guys that look like that. I mean, they don't look human, right? Like the length, the speed, the change of direction. So obviously they get those top-tier guys, and there's just something about the way they play at this spot that makes them look even better.
Got stuffed on first down. It's 2nd and 10. Looking to throw, it's Levin. And the Heat will get home, and the quarterback goes down at the 17.
It's always interesting to view the good teams, the teams that are ranked versus the teams that aren't ranked. And this defense, man, like, how do they play it today? I love that start, man. Coming out aggressive. Around, playing like your hair's on fire, getting a sack to start this game, getting a little momentum on their side.
Looking to move the chains. They throw it complete to the left. He's got enough for the first down. They'll spot it at the 37.
And, man, that's not a surprise that they come to their go-to guy early. This is an offense that's so much fun to watch, and it's because they know who they are. They know how to get the ball to their playmakers. And on the first drive, Palmer, get your guy a touch, get him involved. You know receivers got some feelings, Jesse. I love that they're getting him lathered up and a touch early in this football game.
Yeah, he's definitely one of those guys who feels like he's open every single play, so it is a good idea to get him going early. For the defense, that's a bit of a jab in the face right there, because you came into this game, you know who's going to get the ball. You know where they're throwing it, and you've got to do a better job now disguising your coverages to try and limit him and take him away as much as possible.
He was looking for some place to put his foot in the ground, but the defense was everywhere, and he's knocked down behind the line.
And that play shows you really what this defense is about. It's a difficult one to attack. Really good. One of the best in the country. They come at you from all angles. So I'm interested to watch. How do you mix up the play calling? How do you keep the defense off balance? Because they are a good one.
Caught behind the line. It's Barry. Makes the grab and down immediately. He picks up a few.
Good play by the defense. Way to wrap them up. Way to know where the sticks are. Now put you in a successful position for third down. Now you can break out the fun packages, the blitzes, putting more speed, more little fast guys on the field.
Wants to throw. It's Levitt. Under pressure. And he can't grab the bullet pass on third down. Looks as if LSU will line up to punt it away. First one's on its way. The leg ought to be strong. Only called on twice in the victory last week. And he's going to get it up to about the 29-yard line before he's brought down. The Volunteers offense will come out to go on the attack for the first time. And here comes the junior running back. Big day in his last game. Over 150 yards on the ground and a score.
I got to tell you, I've been really impressed watching this team, and specifically the offense now during this win streak. And the biggest thing has been the running back and their ability toting the football. Physical, they're able to stay ahead of the sticks. Defenses just get worn down because of this guy and his physical style running the football, and I expect to see a little bit of that again today.
And that's not a surprise. We all knew and talked about coming in. Who are they going to feature? They give it to him the first play, and he chews up and gets a first down. We're going to see more of that. I'm excited to watch this matchup with the defense. Jesse, they better get physical. They better get better in a heartbeat.
Well, and they've got to fight some emotion right now, too, because the fans are excited. The offensive line is absolutely juiced after that opening play. They're now getting lathered up. They're now getting excited. They're pointing to the sideline. Run it again. Run the same play again.
And how about the running back, man? Rips off a big play. This offense creates some momentum, and what do? They keep their foot on the gas, right back on the football to try to keep this offense rolling.
Throws to the wideout. Nice play by the defense to jar that one loose.
And that is absolutely not a surprise. Great job by the defense. And what did they do? They doubled. Palmer, you got a number one receiver out wide that we know they're going to force feed. How do you take it away? How do you send those double teams? What kind of coverages do you mix up? But a lot of attention early on that young man.
Yeah, and I think for the quarterback, David, that's one you just got to give that one to the defense and say, good call. You doubled my best receiver. I got to go somewhere else with the football. And you're going to get opportunities to throw this guy the ball. He's one of the best in the entire country. You just got to be a little bit more selective and find those one-on-one matchups.
And now on fourth down, they'll try a field goal. This crowd trying to do its part to get inside the kicker's head. That thing would have hit a string in the middle of the uprights. Perfect. And the first points of the day come on that field goal. Fielded in the end zone. It's Watkins. He was looking for some running room, but not much to be found as he stopped at the 18. A little bit backed up to start this drive from their own 18-yard line. From the gun, the ground game. Nowhere to go on that one. It'll bring up 2nd and 10.
Run game is good. Balance is good. Now listen, if the run game isn't good, then you got to pass the football a little bit more. But sometimes you got to keep them honest, take them chunk by chunk.
Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. He's changing the play. Here's a give to Durham. Good, solid, determined run there. They'll mark him down at the 27. Time winding down in the quarter as they come to the line. Trying to squeak through the pile. And they'll move the chains, and a good way to wrap up the first quarter. That's the end of the quarter, and Tennessee has the lead. Guys, let's have a look at the stats as we've played one period. The Tigers will call a timeout. That's their first. And they'll have 2 left to work with here in the first half. They've got a first down here to open the period. Wide receiver comes in motion. Handoff, Caden Durham. Cross the 30 out to the 33 and gains 4 on the play.
You know what I really like about games like this at this point in the season? You find out who you are. You find out whether you're going to stay in the race.
And who can step up and handle the challenge, right? This is easily one of the toughest games to date for both of these programs coming into this one. So there's a lot of eyeballs, David, on this game to find out who's mentally and emotionally the toughest.
Yeah, and we're going to point to this game as we get later in the year and big decisions are made. You've got a top 25 win. You beat them in the middle of the season, X, Y, and Z, so these are big for the resume.
Follows his blocks. It's Durham. Good pickup there as he gets the first down. They'll mark him at the 48.
First down, physicality wins football games. Being able to run the football and create balance. And right here, just choose up another first down. Gives you another chance to maybe continue to run the football.
And I feel like this guy, too, is just an explosive play waiting to happen. His vision, his quickness, and he's got a burst. If you give this guy just a crease, he's going to hit it. And right now, he's doing some damage on this defense.
What a great play by the linebacker. You talk about filling a hole. Defensive line does their jobs. He comes in the hole and says, sit down, sir.
After losing a couple of yards, it's now 2nd and 12 as they try to keep this drive moving. They'll run it. Makes the stop at the 35-yard line. They rip off 15 yards on that one, and they are rolling. LSU doing what it always does when they're really good, moving the ball on the ground.
Yeah, trying to find that physical. They get so many great players across the country. LSU has the pick of people in Louisiana. Everybody wants to come there, and you can tell they always find great talent, and they're always able to run the football.
They'll give it to him again. Looking for a crease.
And winning first downs is a priority for a defense, and you can't get bludgeoned. You can't get physically beat at the point of attack. You know the percentages. It's usually pretty good on first down that they're going to run the football. So them getting that big chunk, getting in second and short, not a good job by this defense.
The give. Pulled down after a nice run, and they're in the red zone at the 19. The Tigers with the 1st and 10. In the red area, it's Gage. Stopped at the 13-yard line as they try to turn this into points. We're at the 2-minute timeout. It's been a good one so far. Opportunity for this offense perhaps to take the lead before halftime. Operating in the red zone here on 2nd down. From the gun, it's Berry. And into the end zone. He's all the way down to the 3. Showed it all on that run.
And this drive, this offense is really focused on physicality, man. Running the football. Look at right here, right up the gut. Nice play. Nice job just controlling the line of scrimmage, putting a drive together. This offense really doing a good job right now.
And a chance to really carry momentum with them into the locker room if they can take the lead here. 1st and goal. The Volunteers will call their first timeout. And they're really frustrated having to use that after giving up the first down. This offense can get a jolt of momentum headed to the locker room if they can take the lead here. They'll run it with Caden Durham. Defense all over him. Timeout is called. It's the 2nd charge to Tennessee. They'll get together to decide how to play this 2nd down.
And how about the defense on that play, man? Playing aggressive, fast, downhill, first and goal, expecting run. Great job fitting the run. Great job getting the running back on the ground.
Making the adjustment. Looking for a path to the end zone to the right. The Vols will now use their final timeout. They'll take a moment to gather their thoughts and put together a plan for this third down play.
This is the most important part of the field. What you did to get down here means nothing. Nice job by this defense, staying confident, staying aggressive, and forcing a third down and goal.
They'll try to run with Durham. He'll be stopped short, could not drive his way into the end zone, and now they're faced with 4th and goal.
Second quarter might not be gamble time, but inside the 3, Palmer, I've got the green light. I'm going for this.
I am too, and you're essentially running a 2-point play here, right? You've got a play you practice all week long. That's the play you dial up right here.
He won't get there. The defense with a 4th down stop.
Man, what a great job by this defense. Never giving up, man. Gave up some yards, get inside their own 1 on 4th and goal. And what did they do a good job of? Getting pushed, man. The big boys getting in the backfield, getting penetration, not letting the hole even open up, and they get the big 4th down stop.
Love the play call. I love being aggressive there in the first play of the drive, backed up on your own end. There's a lot of coordinators that would just try to run the ball, get some more room, get into a rhythm, but they're taking a shot right away. Find some real estate. Receiver, QB on the same page. That's looking really nice if you're on offense.
It's pretty clear he didn't care about the double coverage. He thought his guy was better than their 2 guys.
Well, and there's reason to think that. That dude's a stud, and I understand it. I want to find ways to get him the football, but when it's 2-on-1, I might think about looking somewhere else.
They are calling for their defense in Baton Rouge. A huge third down coming up. Look out. Pass is incomplete, but I think the defense was offsides, and this will probably be a first down.
Offense will take that. Free 5 yards every time. Bad discipline by the defense.
Good work to get the defense to jump in and gives them a 1st and 10. Fresh set of downs going up top. He's got it. Able to haul it in, but right to the ground he goes. Only a pickup of a couple. The Volunteers moving quickly to the line. Wants to throw. He's working against the clock. Makes a deep grab. They finally get him on the ground, but he's got an explosive play for the first down. And the Vols come to the line with a fresh set of downs. Got to get lined up to spike it and stop the clock. They'll need a bunch on 2nd down. Back to throw, time running short in the half. Pressure is on the way, and the pressure has arrived, and down he goes at the 30.
And he gets home again, continuing his production. Last week, 2 sacks. This week, already a sack in the first half. This guy has been on a sack terror.
And it's 3rd down, but they're taking no chances. They'll send the field goal unit out before halftime. And as we work our way toward halftime, timeout on the field. And after finishing off one drive with a field goal, they'll try it again, this time a 47-yard try. So they'll send out the field goal unit. He's got it, showing off that big leg from 47 yards out.
Offside, defense.
So the offense, more than happy with the result of the play, will decline the penalty.
Number 97, set to kick this one.
He'll start the return inside his 5. He'll be brought down, and that's the final play of the half. That's the end of the second quarter. That means it's time to join Kevin in our halftime update. LSU ready to boot it away and open this second half. Out of the end zone. Nice job by the kickoff team. Everybody stayed in their lanes, and they'll stop him at the 16. Tennessee starts this drive as the offense takes the field. The points have been tough to come by, and they'll try to stretch this to a two-possession game on this drive. They knock him down, but not before he gets it out to the 21-yard line. Pick up a 4. Halfway there on first down, it's 2nd and 5.
And the offense has a little bit of success, and what do? They push that turbo button right back on the line, ready to run another play.
Building momentum, picking up a chunk of yardage, moving the chains out to the 34. The Vols will hustle to the line.
And it's frustrating as a defense when you give up that first down and you give up that pass play. But here we go with this offense. They're right back on the ball. You got to flush that, you got to get lined up, and you got to communicate.
They got nothing on the last play. It's 2nd and 10.
And we knew the linebackers were the strength of this defense, but coming in the offense, man, they felt really good about their running back. And so far, man, it's been a fun matchup to watch, but advantage to these guys that have been filling gaps, scraping, getting to the football, making plays. This linebacker unit really held down this rushing attack that they usually hang their hat on.
They get him on the ground. The defense knew exactly where they had to stop him, and it's 4th down. And the Volunteers will call on their punt team. And he's going to have to drive this ball into the teeth of the wind. And he'd hope to pin him deep. Instead, it will be a touchback. The Bayou Bengals will run the offense out onto the field. So they get the ball back after the defense forces a punt. And I'm sure they tried to make some adjustments at halftime after a little bit of a rocky first half. Here's Caden Durham to begin the drive. Oh, he's got some space. And they get him down at the 43, but this is the kind of explosive play you want to build on.
What a run, man. I tell you what, it's hard to pop runs. It's hard to get 3, 4, 5, 6 yards a lot of times. But when you got backs like this who can make huge plays with the speed, getting out in the open field, can take it the distance on every play, defenses are scared out of their mind.
That big play is just what they needed. Now they have it 1st and 10 just outside the 40. They want to run it left here. After the productive first down play, it's 2nd and 6. They'll run him again. Got the first down. And the defense finally makes the stop after the sweet run and good gain.
And that's a good sign for this offense, maybe finishing this football game. Maybe they can get that ground game going. They've tried. They just haven't had a lot of success. Made them very one-dimensional. Nice to see them run the football with some efficiency later in this game.
Dropped immediately. He got nothing on first down.
And what's the closest guy to the football, man? It's those defensive tackles, and those guards and centers have to work together. They got to get those guys and get some movement. They don't on this play, and the big fella eats. Nowhere to go. When you run into him, you usually meet the ground.
He got his hands on it, but couldn't hold on to it, and what a time that would have been for their first pick of the game.
This is a top 25 defense, guys. One of the best units in the entire country. They're so good situationally, and they understand the importance of getting leads early, making the offense predictable, having to throw in these types of situations so they can adjust accordingly, and that's what they're doing right now. Their coverage is being dictated by the scoreboard. They're going to make it really, really hard on this quarterback here in the second half to throw any complete.
Snags it, and there's running room. He'll be stopped at the 16-yard line. It's enough for a first down in the red zone. These two guys, just on the same wavelength, they make clutch connections all the time.
And that's practice, man. That's all summer. That's all spring. Just so many hundreds and thousands of balls where you know exactly when that guy's going to break. You know he's a stud. You're going to feed him, especially on these third down situations.
It'll be be second down, and remember, they can pick up a first without scoring. Looking for a gap. It's Gage. He's brought down at the 7-yard line, and they are threatening to take it in. Really need to pick up this conversion and avoid having to settle for the field goal. Churns into the pile. Works his way to the 4-yard line, and they'll have it first and goal.
And I'm not surprised with the run, and I'm not going to be surprised if they run it again, right? This offense now set up. They put a drive together. First and goal. Who can be more physical? The line of scrimmage is critically important when the field starts to shrink. Let's see who can bow up and make a play here.
He steps and powers and works his way. They finally get him down at the 2. We'll see if the offense can punch it in on second and goal. Power ahead. Nowhere to run, and he barely makes it back to the line of scrimmage.
And we're seeing a bit of the bend-don't-break attitude by the defense now. Obviously, they've given up some plays to allow the offense to get down in the situation. But with their backs against the wall, this is the best we've seen this defense play. They're having none of this running game down on the goal line.
On third and goal, they'll try to throw it in. He stopped short of the goal line, couldn't find his way in, and it'll bring up fourth and goal. As they get set to snap it, just about to reach the end of the quarter. And he breaks the play. Touchdown, Tigers.
And the head coach is going to keep going for it on fourth down because his offense responds like that. Your coach gives you the ultimate vote of confidence. Down on the goal line, we're going for it. I believe in you guys to execute and get us in the end zone, and they pay it off. Phenomenal job up front by the offensive line. You love to see a team respond to their coach's confidence.
This should be the last play of the quarter. The run inside. It's Morris. And they get him on the ground, and that'll probably do it for the third quarter. It'll be second down as we open the final stanza. Midway point in the season, and games like this one can have a big impact on the rankings from week to week as we see upsets happen and favorites continuing to flex muscles. And it looks as if we are ready to get things started here in the fourth quarter. He sends 2 wideouts right, 2 to the left on second and 9. Caught in the backfield, it's Matthews. Hit and brought down right at the line of scrimmage.
I don't love the play call at this juncture in the game. You're down. You've got to take shots. The defense is not going to be blitzing, so these screens probably aren't going to work.
That pass is well off target. He got hit as he was trying to throw, and they can't convert on third down. The Volunteers decide to punt it away. This will be the second time they've had to kick it away. Fields the punt. Coverage team gets the job done, and they'll mark him down at the 38-yard line. LSU will dive into the playbook here on offense. They haven't really been able to line up this scoreboard, but putting points up would be huge here. Looking for space, it's Gage. They can rely on this guy to pick up solid yardage when they need it. to the 43.
And every coach in America has a plan for this situation. The first 4 minutes of the game, the last 4 minutes of the game. How I'm going to construct my offense. Most of the time, I got to be physical. Run the football like right here. Run that clock. Get a few first downs, and I can end this football game on offense.
Quarterback changing the play. They're going to test the right side with this one. Might have picked up a couple on that one before he was knocked down.
This is an area of the game. On offense, you've got to be able to run the football well. You've got the lead in the fourth quarter, and obviously you're in your own end here, but you want to bleed the clock. You want to stay on the field and keep getting first down, so you have to be able to run.
He's got first down yardage as they move it to the 44.
And that hurts on defense, giving up the first on the ground like that. We're in a one-possession game. You've got all 3 timeouts. I think you got to start burning them here to save some clock.
To the ground. He's got it again. Breaks into the open. And he goes out of bounds after a nice pickup on that one.
Really good surge that time by the offensive line. You saw all those bodies by the defense being pushed backwards. That opened up the crease for the ball carrier. He's able to get a really nice gain there, setting up 2nd and inches.
The Tigers have their whole playbook open here on 2nd and inches. Swamped immediately.
Really nice job by this defense. First down was not successful. They get to 2nd and short, and those are the downs where they can be really aggressive on offense and take advantage. So you kind of don't know how to play it, but they did a good job playing the run, protecting themselves against the pass, and now forcing a 3rd down.
Drives inside. They'll pick up enough yardage for the first down. They've got it at the 30. The Volunteers will call their first timeout. They still have a couple of timeouts to work with in this final quarter. And the Tigers are rolling down the field. They'll keep it on the ground to keep this clock moving. And he finds some solid space, makes a nice game before the defense is able to stop him. Timeout is called. It's the 2nd charge to Tennessee. They've got 1 timeout left now. They'll have to choose wisely as to when to use it. 8-yard pickup on first down leaves them with 2nd and short. The handoff. They get him on the ground, but it'll be enough to pick up the first down. The Vols will now use their final timeout. And they'll have to navigate the rest of this game without being able to stop the clock. LSU getting set on 1st and 10. Might as well give it to him again. Noses his way forward, maybe gets one. They'll mark it at the 18.
And that's really nice offensively because you're in the red zone. You do have an opportunity to add to your lead here, but you're staying in bounds. I think the clock right now is the most important thing. How can we keep this thing ticking away? By going down in bounds, you're doing exactly that.
We'll head to the 2-minute timeout. Tight ball game here, and this offense will try to milk the clock. They'll be perfectly content to go right back to the ground here on 2nd and 8. Motion from the wide receiver. Here's the give off the left side. And he'll lose yardage on this play. Loses 2 yards. Great job by the defense.
And that's exactly what you would expect from this offense. Listen, when you're in that 1 to 2 minute range and you got the football and you got a lead, it's smash mouth, it's keep that clock running, it's ground game. So interesting now on this third down what they do next, but we got to keep that clock moving.
Off the RPO, quick throw to the right. He'll be stopped short of the line to gain. Needed about 3 more on that one.
And I like what this offense did, man. They stayed aggressive. They were trying to get the first down through the air. But here's the good thing now. You punt the football away. You trust your defense. You got the lead late in this football game. One more stop, and there's a good chance you get the W.
The official says no good. And guys, after the miss, the lead is still 1.
And sometimes I just feel like fourth down, man, just go for it every time. Like the field goal miss, make rate. And listen, kickers have improved the last couple of years, but you left some points off the scoreboard there.
A lot of field in front of them as they open this possession from their own 20. Snaps it, they'll throw to start the drive. Out wide right, it's Wilson. They make the stop, trying to pick up just a little bit at a time to get to that first down marker.
Man, that clock is ticking, so we've got to make sure I understand if I don't get the first down, I got to get out of bounds. I think he should have got out of bounds to stop this clock. This offense, they got to hurry up, get to the line of scrimmage, and start running some plays.
Nowhere close on that one as he got drilled trying to deliver the football, and now they face third down. From the gun, wants to pass. Rushes on. Oh, and he got drilled as he just got rid of the football.
A nice play by this defense, and now you are one play away. Like, you've got the lead. You've got to pin your ears back. You're coming home, and you're playing the pass on this play, and you are trying to end this game right here.
He gets out of bounds and, more importantly, picks up the first down. Clock stopped as the drive continues. And perfect situational awareness there. Get the first down. Don't get greedy. Stop the clock.
Yeah, and that's why this team practices these types of 2-minute situations all week long leading up to games so that everybody's on the same page. That receiver did an awesome job getting out of bounds to try to preserve as much clock as possible.
Hit hard as he released the ball on that first down pass, and it never had a chance. Got to get everybody lined up quickly, time winding away, and they've got to push the ball down the field. Right back to the air on 2nd and 10. He's going to run it. He's got it inside the 25. He finally goes out of bounds, but you better check that laundry on the field. There are penalties you sort of forget about and others that sort of stick with you for a while. You get a play like that wiped out, that one's going to linger. It comes down to this. One more snap left in this game. If they get a touchdown, unloads it downfield. Goes high to pull it in. They reeled off 6 straight to start the season, undefeated, bowl eligible, but when you have that kind of record, the possibilities seem limitless.
What a great way to start the season. The best way possible, right? Like 6-0, taking care of business, building momentum. This squad continues to climb up the ranks. They're getting better. They're getting more respect. 6-0 is the best start you could have, Palmer, but they're looking for more.
It's been really fun watching this team to get up to this point. So much talent. They've got great coaching, and I feel like they could keep that 0 in the loss column all season long if they keep playing the way they did today.
That's going to do it for us as the season marches on. For David Pollack, Jesse Palmer, and Holly Rowe, I'm Reese Davis. This has been a presentation of EA Sports College Football.